Hey everyone, my name's Mike and I am a trained professional operatic tenor. I am of the more dramatic tenor range. Sorry, my dog's down here. If you want to talk about like Leggero all the way to Helden tenor, I'm on the more Helden tenor spectrum of things. So I have a bachelor's degree in vocal performance, Bachelor of Music. I have a master's degree, Masters of Music in Vocal Performance. I was a participant of the Merla Opera Program, Masters from the Manhattan School of Music. I've sung professionally, had a manager. However, for the past 3 years, I have not sung professionally for personal reasons. Now, I've always been told and of the belief, and I have this belief myself, that the voice does need time, especially for bigger voices, time to grow and time to mature. And just because you're 23 and you're being told you're a tenor, but you can't sing a B flat, which I couldn't at 23, okay, well that doesn't mean you're not a tenor, but doesn't mean there's not a Leggero or more of a lyric tenor at 23 who could bang out B flats and maybe even high C's without even thinking about it. But I have sung Zygmunt, so, it's different. It's a different kind of voice type. I'm not singing Mozart. You know what I mean? I'm not singing Puccini as much as I'd love to. And I'm going to demonstrate some Puccini here in a little bit. But, I was told that I would never sing La Boheme, and I was devastated. But that I could maybe sing in the Ring Cycle, or sing Otello, some heavier stuff. And that's exciting. Once you get to know that repertoire, I always thought I'd be more of a lighter, or not a light, but more of just like a lyric. Think of Pavarotti, right? Because everyone knows Pavarotti, okay? Even people who don't know opera or like opera know who Pavarotti is. I thought I don't think I'd be Pavarotti, but I think I'd be more of that voice type, singing things like La Boheme, Madame Butterfly, things of that nature that he used to sing. But my voice at 29, which is the typical age, actually shifted downward and became more dramatic and kind of louder. And but I haven't. The whole reason I'm making this video is I haven't sung professionally or in any kind of routine basis for the past 3 years. Like I said, for personal reasons. And I've noticed that my voice has gotten a lot better. What I mean by that is it's gotten a lot higher. I don't think it's gotten more lyric or lighter. I think it's still heavy and loud. It's just there are notes that I could not achieve that I can now achieve, which I think proves, in my own one-person unscientific study, that age is a huge factor in vocal ability. It's just not about technique. It's just not about the teacher or your coach. But I have heard tenors say this to me and to other people, that you just have to get older. That's it. Keep your technique going. Sing whatever you're singing. But at some point, you just have to get older. Your body. Remember, we are our instruments as singers. Doesn't matter what you sing. From Adele to Pavarotti to whoever. Deborah Voigt. You name it. Jonas Kaufman. To you, who's watching this as a professional singer or someone who wants to be a professional singer. We are our instrument. What do they say? The Stradivariuses are getting better with age. They're hundreds of years old. The wood has become more one. Age has made them better. We are our instruments. You have to understand that. We are living, breathing things. Our instruments change as we lose weight, gain weight. Listen, I'm not a woman, but I know women. Your voice, you might have a baby and your voice might change. Hormones, biology, all of this stuff is involved because we are our instrument. So, we all love Turandot. And we all love Nessun Dorma. Don't we? When I was in my master's program, especially in college, I could barely hit a B flat. Because, I was told by James Morris, who is, one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Wagnerian baritone of his time. I was talking to him and coaching with him at the Maryland Opera program, and he said, Mike, once you move into the Wagner rep, your voice is going to change, and that's true. You're going to lose the Italian rep. And maybe what I'm experiencing right now is not only a product of aging, getting older, being a few years older than I was 3 years ago when I was singing professionally, but also because I haven't been hammering out Wagner every day. Is it F sharp? Sigmund heiß ich und Sigmund bin ich, bezeug es ich wird. This very kind of aggressive, right? I have a sword. I love my sister. That kind of shit, right? I haven't been banging it out like I used to, so maybe my voice has settled. But the reason I'm making this video is, so nice to So Berlin Valut. That was easy, hitting that A. But I had a lot of trouble with something like Tosca. Tosca Psycho. Now, after these years off, getting older, not bang out the Wagner all the time, Tosca Psycho. Not as hard. But what really surprised me was the Turandot. So Vincento, Vincento. Okay, so I'm not Pavarotti, but the point is that B, Vincento, was not achievable 3 years ago. I could not make that sound 3 years ago. Another reason why I'm making this video, and I'm not, what I'm singing right now is probably doesn't sound great because I'm just making a video. I'm not like trying to sound amazing. But the fact that I can phonate on that note is, to me, unprecedented, right? For me. Hey, a leggero tenor out there who's singing like Ariodante or like Mozart, oh, I got a high B, whatevs. No big deal. But for me, huge deal. Now, I've always wanted to sing La Boheme. I'm going to attempt this. I don't know if it's going to be any good. But I've never had a high C. I'm not that kind of tenor. I wanted to be, but I'm not. Physically, that's another thing that we have to understand as singers, is like your body and your biology and your physiology is going to dictate how you sing. And I'm sorry, I wanted to be a Pavarotti kind of tenor, like every tenor does, right? And that's not me. I woke up one day, I went to a teacher in New York who knew what he was talking about. He said, Michael, you're a Wagnerian or a Jungliche Helden tenor, a young Helden tenor, soon to be a Helden tenor. You know, as you get older, I've had people from the Met tell me you're not going to be hired until you're 50. You know, your voice isn't going to really be ready to go till you're 50 years old. Now, that doesn't mean I don't sing till I'm 50. You got to go cut your teeth at smaller houses in Germany and Europe and around the U.S. if you can. You know, doing Zygmunt in smaller houses till you can do it in the big houses like the Met. So it's not like you just sit around till you're 50, But the Met's not going to hire you to do Zygmunt until you're 50. But I really wanted to sing La Boheme. And I sing it all the time. And I keep trying and trying and trying. And I sang it today. And I did it. La Speranza. Now, you're probably thinking, that sucks. That's a shitty high C. But the fact that I was able to phonate on that note at all, for me, is unbelievable. I've never been able to phonate like that, full voice on that note. It's always been more of a voice meeks or whatever the hell it's called, a mixed voice. Okay? Like when I sing a high note. You hear that? That mixed voice? That kind of high E flat. High F, you know. There's a there's an aria with a high F. Nah, fuck it. Anyway, more of a mixed voice. Now, it seems to be getting into my actual voice, right? I've always been one to believe that the tenor is it's a manufactured voice type, right? Obviously, like me, I'm a guy with a higher voice, so I can achieve these higher notes. That's a high B flat. To some baritones and obviously bass baritones, that's not really achievable. Now, here's the issue though. I knew a baritone who could sing a high C. But can you maintain the passaggio of a tenor roll? That's the difference. Just as you can sing a high C or a B flat doesn't mean you're a tenor or you know what I mean? It doesn't mean you're a tenor. Can you handle the passaggio of a tenor aria? Like recondita armonia, tosca sai tu, right? Ne volesse misie, hai tu la gloria, l'ardente amante mia. Lots of F's and G's, then A's. And that opens the aria. Imagine singing that aria with the A's, the F's, the G's, the ending B flat, the A, and then the F. Right? That's the opening of the opera. Right? Imagine doing that and then doing the whole rest of the roll for the 3 hours. It's all about passaggio. Just because you can hit a note, I'm sorry, not passaggio, tessitura. Just because you can hit a note doesn't mean you can perform as that voice type. It's much more about, can you handle the tessitura of a roll? Anyway, the point of this video was, I think that my voice has gotten better and higher and more mature over the past 3 years, even though I have not been singing professionally, nor have I been practicing every day. And it makes me wonder, if I practiced every day and got my career back going, how good could I possibly be? I think pretty damn good. Thanks for watching.